Hey, welcome to a new workbench. Uh, this time I'm going to focus on refactoring the WC version that we developed in Zig. There are some changes I want to apply. But before jumping in, I wanted to just mention there are a few changes that I'm doing on this channel for streaming. I had a video about it last week. Uh, the first one is this concept of workbench, where I am not going to promise any kind of delivery, just to give myself some space to explore around the ideas. And this video is one of them. I am learning Zig, so it's totally fine for me to mess up. Uh, yeah. With that being said, let's jump in. So today's focus for me is to do a refactor that I was postponing for a while on this WC program. So far, what I'm doing is processing commands one by one, and this is not optimal, and the design is kind of blocking me to be more effective. Uh, in processing character count, especially. Last time I developed it to some extent, but to be honest, I don't remember much of it anymore. I might need to get back to this refactor, but before doing so, I wanted to just jot down what I want to have. So maybe what I'm thinking about is too much object oriented at this stage, and maybe that's not the best idea to have, but from what I see, I have some state, and this state could be the line count, character count, etc. Right? And right now I'm doing processing each of them individually, right? What I want to do is to have this object that contains all of this state, and then on each call, for example, I pass in a set of initialization in it with requirements and try to uh, collect as much as possible with one loop. So basically, yeah, let's start coding it. I think that would be just easier in this stage. Should I start splitting it out? Yeah, I'm thinking about having subcommands on this program. So maybe that's for better. And then And then here, what do I have? It's bytes, character count. By any chance, is this a reserved word? Let's put this. And I'm going to initialize them to 0 for now. But 0 is a valid value. I think this is better. Undefined. That's the undefined for now. And then lines. What else do I have? Line count. Okay. Then what happens here? Now, do I want to initialize this method? I need to read in this file. Okay. Pop. How was I managing path file? Path was a string. And when I have such a class, I think everything should be handled by that, right? I have the parsers, encoding here, file path. But also parsing the arguments should be inside that class. If I want to reuse this thing, then in that case, what I'm going to receive if of type param, right? So up here, and then params is of type class dot param. Wait a minute, now this is something I'm going to file encoding. This is what I'm defining. How do I read these? I think it's not needed to be a parameter, right? Let's do this. Let's move this part, diagnostic, to fn args. And I'm going to return it for later. And here I have the parameters, some definitions, the parser, diagnostic enabled, and then the result. Right, but I don't want to, oh, wait a minute. I need, here I'm deinitializing. Do I need allocator? Yes, I need an allocator. So right, deferring initializing it. Can I use that memory after? Let's see. What else do I have here? Encoding. So maybe it's better to have do I remember the struct syntax? Okay. So here it would be byte spool. Actually, there shouldn't be a dot. Byte spool, char spool, line spool, files from CR. I'm not sure about that. Maybe it's a path. Words. Total. For now, I'm keeping everything simple to the types that I know. So. Okay, then the responsibility of parsed arg should be to take care of basically all of this. What is the error here? Duplicate the struct, yeah. Let's call this WC. Not a good idea, probably. So, WC. And then here, I have encoding. What does encoding mean? No, this is not the one. This is the one. Yeah. And then here. do I want to do? This is probably yes. And then the maintenance of it would be something I want to figure out. So, what I want to return is args. Boom. Was it defined already? Yes. And it could be keep bomb. I'm not sure if this works, but yeah, I think I'm going to learn that. This is going to return an arg. So then here I'm going to have this allocator. Should this allocator be? Should this allocator be used from up here? Or each one have their own allocator? Maybe it's easier here. Then I can invoke the initializer passing in my own test allocator. Right? So yeah, and then parse args. Parse args. Okay. Then what do I have here? I think I'm going to comment out all of it. Then WC is WC.grid. Yeah, let's see how does it fail. Is it? Use of undeclared identifier str. Yeah. Wait a minute. What is this string type again? Oh, it's string. Right? Man. This is a string type. Oh, it's an array of U8. This was interesting. Unused local. Can I print debug this? And then db underscore. Expected 2 arguments. Okay, let's remove this for now. Okay, WC allocator, since I might return something. You are right. WC right. Error union cannot cast. Line 70. Void cannot cast into error union payload WCRs. What do you mean? I don't have any errors. Is that it? So that's bad. What is this? What is this error saying? Cannot print error union without a specifier. Okay, this is for this. Okay, and now error union payload void cannot cast into. So I can do this, right? I don't want the error one. Expected type info. Help to file. Because here I'm returning. I should not return this. Let's for now comment this out and call it to do. Found U8. Okay. So for all of these, literally what I need to do is if true. Okay, so let's try to do a macro. Man, really? Then what else? These two, no. Why did it mess it up? What happened? One more time. Keyboard macro. Cut this. it. Really? This one wait. This one picked. Okay, nice. So here I want type coding. For file, I want constant weight. WC. Okay. So this is when I'm going to extract, because it's an enum that I'm going to use for total. Yeah. And the files from for now, we are making it optional const-locate. Okay, it compiled. At least that's progress. Okay. This is annoying. Why Ejlot wasn't formatting the comments properly? Anyways. So now I have the arc parse, but I'm not printing anything, probably because I am not running it. But yeah, dig out like this. Bytes through, charge through, lines through, but from null words false, and the file. Okay, this worked out well. Or did it? What I'm worried about is this piece. Right, my worry is when I'm deinitializing two things, I believe. Right, differ. This is parsing args. For this value is safe, but for whatever that is not from my own code, I might lose the actual value. Let's not get ahead of myself. I'm going to see the error when it happens. What should I implement next? So here, I was reading the file in chunks. Actually, this one is opening the file. I'm just opening the file. I'm not chunking it, but down here inside the functions, I was reading them in chunks. What is, I think it's called a map. Yes. So in computing a map is a POSIX compliant Unix system call that maps files or devices into the memory. Actually, the light is too high. Let's darken it a little bit. Yeah. It's a method of memory mapped I/O. It implements demand paging because file contents are not immediately read from disk and initially use no physical RAM at all. The actual reads from disk are performed after a specific location is accessed in a lazy manner. After the mapping is no longer needed, the pointers must be unmapped with mmap. Implementing okay. In Linux, macOS, and BSDs, mmap can create several types of mappings. Other operating systems may only support a subset of these, for example, shared mapping. Let's see if anybody has done mmap in zip. Did I mmap in zip? Implementing a file pager in zip. I read this. Oh, okay. The cookbook has one. Creates a memory map of a file using mmap and simulates some non-sequential reads from the file using a memory map. Means you just index into a slide rather than having to deal with seek to navigate the file. mmap is not supported in Windows. Okay. Try. Yeah, read. Oh, create file. Okay. We need to open it. Then leave our file close. Content to write. Yeah. Read file via mmap. Wait, this is not a read. Oh, okay. So when you try to check the equal, the pointer to the file is actually being read. Okay. Interesting. So I'm going to type some stuff because I don't remember them. First of all, I need to open the file. Um, but it's open file. Parse dot file. And then I'll catch error. And then down here, I think that's the one. So they are here passing in the content to right links. I'm passing in the files end position. And then permission or properties, how do we call it? cdpos explratory read. Read is the only thing I need. And then flags. I'm not sure about it. File descriptor. Handle. Offset. 0. And I print you. It's a pointer and returns errors. So, it is. Okay, type is important. Maybe better to just read the dots. Map files or devices into memory. Length doesn't need to be aligned. Is it FD type? Here for FD type. Oh, that wasn't the one I wanted. Shared private, shared validate. Right? Okay. They use shared. I'm going to use shared, but I need to learn what does it mean. Okay, and then here. Okay, now. Oh, okay. We managed to read from a file using mmap. But I don't know what the arguments means. Let's see if there is a better document. Now that we know that we want to implement, let's dig a bit deeper and see how to do it. An interesting way to implement a file pager is to not do that. Instead, we can use OS memory mapping to do most of the heavy lifting. Let's see how we can do that. The first thing that we need to manage is the setup and tear down of the pager. There isn't much here. We simply mmap and that's about it. Let's see how we can implement the actual page behavior. This is not what I want. Hello, this we try studio mmap. std POSIX mmap. What is my SIG version 052? Yeah, it's easier to traverse it here. Map file, okay. Okay, by signals, I believe it's the OS signals. File descriptor refers to a non-regular file. Block limit out of memory. Parameters. Let's ask an LLM. No, I didn't want Copilot mode. I want GPTEL. This is from the source code. Can you explain the argument? The input. This is the example for POSIX mmap. Optional pointer to preferred memory address where mapping should start. Size in bytes of memory region. Memory protection flags bitwise. Okay. Mapping type and behavior flags that determine how the mapping behaves. File descriptor to map. Use -1 for AMS mapping. Offset. Byte offset within the file where mapping starts must be page aligned. The function returns a slice of page aligned bytes representing the mapped memory region or an error if the map fails. The alignment ensures the function returns a slice of page aligned bytes page aligned bytes means the memory address is aligned to the system page boundaries. Page alignment requires that the memory addresses are multiples of the page size. If page size is 4 kilobytes, valid page aligned addresses are the OS memory management unit. Okay, let's get back to these prot flags NFT. Elaborate more on prot flags and NFT. How do they behave? Prot. The prot parameter controls memory access permissions. These behaviors are enforced by MMU at hardware level. Violating protection causes segmentation fault, can be combined. For reserving address space without allowing access. Okay. Flags. Changes are visible to other process mapping the same file. Private changes are copy and write. Private this process. Source. Not backed by a file, just allocate memory. Map file. Okay. FD. When mapping files, map files for reading. FD. File must remain open while mapping exists. FD when I don't get this. Oh, this is a file descriptor. Okay. I could pass in the file itself. Oh, okay. What is this file handle? The OS specific file descriptor or handle. Okay. Got it. So this is protection flag. Basically indicates what type of access do we need. This indicates who can see the changes. And this is the file descriptor. Okay, I think that's it for today. It was a nice progress so far. So I think this version of the file reader is solving main problem I had in the previous implementation where I couldn't optimize the thing because the chunks that I was reading were actually splitting the Unicode bytes, causing issues in verification of the Unicode characters. That should be resolved now. That now I'm not reading the file into the memory in the first place, so I don't need chunking. So the my loops can read the whole characters instead of waiting for the next chunk to come in and keep track of it. but here sacrificing the Windows support, of course, which I don't care this stage. But yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. See you later.